Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a match between Mini and Beast here on Fighting Spirit. Their celebrity couple name is Binny. Left side of the map, on the bottom, we have Mini, the blue Protoss. And in the bottom right, a Teal Zerg player, it is Beast. Got this replay from RJB TV. Check him out again. RJB TV in the YouTube search channel. Leave him a comment. Let him know I appreciate and you appreciate the replays that he sends to me. Alrighty then. So a ZVP for your patron cast for the week of September the 3rd or 4th or whatever it is. If you're watching this the first week of September, I really do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. The support really does mean a lot, and if you're watching this in the month of October, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week. Now, it's really funny how few of you people actually hit like on these. Like, I try to mention it at least once a cast, and yet, man, it's like 300 people hit like out of 6,000 people watching, and it's like, How does this happen? You just you can't be bothered to click, I guess. It's weird. I don't get it. I love you all, but it's very strange to me. So, ye old 11 hatching here is Beast, not a 12 hatch. An 11 hatch. It's a little bit earlier. I don't think it changes very much here at all. And on the other side, it is a Forge Expander Rooney out of Mini. Mini, very good Protoss. Beast has had some excellent games recently, too. So I like what Beast is doing in ZVP. He's being relentless. He's hitting from multiple places at once. He's attacking bases that are undefended. He's got good map awareness that way. Mini scouting the completely wrong direction. Meanwhile, Terry the Overlord here. Yes, I know you see a Nexus, Terry. Well done. We'll report that back to the Overmind immediately. Yeah, Forge Expand. And just kind of gambling, actually. Because Mini didn't know this was a hatch first until just now. So if you go Nexus before Cannon, and that was a super fast pool, you kind of just die. And assuming the Overlord Scout is the right way too, right? Which it was. So that was gutsy. It's a gutsy play out of Mini. I like it a lot. Pays off for him, though. Which... Okay, third base coming up. If he just died to 6 things right now, this would be a 2.5 minute game, and I probably wouldn't cast it. Unless it was a sneaky twofer. Unless it was a sneaky twofer. Yes, unless it was. Yeah, Overlord says, that was a quick Nexus, so let's take a third base. Excellent, excellent. Zerglings and drones fighting this probe real hard, but guess what? Metabolic boost is not on the way. Not on the way. What is it gonna? Are we gonna go now? Nope. Lair timing. Lair timing instead of speed for Zerglings, which means we're not going to be aggressive with Zerglings at all, and that's information that this probe gets. Yeah. Yeah. So good read. This is why you probe scout, everyone. This is why you probe scout. This is why you SCV scout, is for this very, very, very purpose. Cybercore on the way. A little bit later because we went for the Forge Expand instead of the Gateway Expand. Unnecessarily, it really turns out. This cannon isn't really providing much value for Mini at all. But, you know, better safe than sorry, especially in a big 4-player map. You never know. You never know. And then the slowest Zealot of all time. Where are you going, Zealot? You're not going to the Zerg base. The 3rd, maybe? You taking a summer vacation to this middle base to see what's going on? Or maybe assumes the 3rd base is up here, because this is another traditional location for a 3rd on this map. Wow, is Beast playing mind games? Oh, man. So Mini's going to be like, there's not a 3rd base here. It's got to be a 2 base all in. Wait, hang on. Maybe we'll check. Just check this location over here at the 3 o'clock instead before we start to panic. So Zealot 1's got 4 lings for him. Zealot 2's got 4 lings for him. And he's like, alright, Mini says, I'm not super worried about it now. Everything's fine. So, Spire on the way. Just as the starter gate finishes, Corsair production begins now. And just gotta stay alive, Overlords, until those Scourge pop out. Do we have a Hydralisk Den? I don't see one. Nope, no Hydralisk Den. So, whether it's a Spore or whether you just wait for the Scourge to pop, that is another question. Those are two questions that are altogether important right now. Really trying to kill these Zealots before they get home. Got one of them, but the other one, no. Too strong. 2 kills. Makes it out of here. His buddy died on the warfield, but you know what? That is the reality of a soldier's life, right? So Spire finishes as the Corsair is cruising in. You try to have the Overlords as well as you can while these Scourge produce because they're fast, but they're not instantaneous. So that's why there are no Overlords in the main, and the natural base has an Overlord, but far at the back. Yeah, see? Right there. Lings are kind of dancing a bit. But you're not getting through here. Not with Zealots and a cannon behind it. Hey, the cannon's providing value. Excuse me. Macro hatch on the way for Beast 2. Zerglings have speed. And we're doing the Mutalisk thing. I don't like it. I officially do not like it. When your opponent opens Corsairs and the Zerg responses, you know what's going to be really, really good here is Mutalisks. It's just not. I feel like I can count on one hand the number of times a Zerg player who's gone Mutas against a Protoss who's gone Corsairs with +1 attack. This is not just we're making a handful of Corsairs and we're just being done with it. No. This is a big group of Corsairs with upgrades, which is how you know that Mini's taking this seriously. So, I guess the lifespan of the Mutas starts now, like 7 minutes. We'll see how long they survive. Not feeling great about it. There's 5 of them. They're going to stack up here. They've got some Scourge in the general area to assist. And then you just do the harass. Pa-pow, pa-pow. 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 And you know what? That was pretty good. As far as probe harassment goes, those Mutas did great. Sure, they took some hits from the Corsairs, but who doesn't? Who doesn't these days? I worry for this third base. All of a sudden, there's one sunken here. And 4 Zealots. Circle of life, protect! Protect the sunken. Okay, the Mutas came up to deal with that. Zealots coming into the natural base is more of a problem, though. Oh, drones have to fight here again. So both players end up losing a bunch of workers. And it's 36 to 28 total workers here. Zealots are going to try. Okay, this Zealot's going to try with all of his 2 kills to get maybe another one. Get a scout off at least. And he does. He sees there's not a hive, which is great. He sees there's not a Hydralisk Den, which is all. Oh, there is one. He sees other information. Sunken, though, is dead. And now it's just Hydras against Speedlots. Hydras and drones against Speedlots. Not ideal. Amazing how effective it is just to run a couple Zealots into your opponent's base when they're a Zergy Zerg, right? Not bad. Not bad at all on the attack there. 35 drones on 3 bases is not where Beast wants to be. Not where he was. He ended up losing a whole bunch there. Mutaflock. So, okay. We're not going crazy with the Mutas. We need 5 of them. It's fine. Like, it's not like he's trying to go for 20 Mutalisks, right? Which I wouldn't feel as good about, but this is pretty good micro. Scourge, taking the hits. You know, using the Scourge is just a way to prevent the Corsairs from really engaging on these Mutas is pretty good. Getting another macro hatch here at the 3rd base. Storm is on the way for Mini because of course it is. What Protoss player is just going to skip Storm against a Zerg under any circumstances? No matter what the Zerg player is doing, Storm is going to be great. There's nothing that the Zerg player can do that makes Storm bad. I mean, I guess maybe Ultralisks, but even Storm ignores armor, and that's a lot of what makes the Ultralisk as good as it is. So even then, Storm pretty good against Ultras. They just have a lot of HP. Lurker aspect getting researched a little bit later, but it's fine. Like, third base was pretty well defended. Zealots coming across are +1 Zealots, but it's a lot of Hydras, and the SimCity's pretty good here, and they have +1 attack too. So overall, I'd say Beast is okay. Not overtly worried about him. Mutas haven't died either. All 5 of them are still alive. High Templar snipes, though. Forcing them to use storms here. 2 High Templar go down and all the Mutas die. So that is the end of the Mutalisk experiment. They're dead. They killed 2 High Templar. Better than nothing. Better than a kick in the pants. So now, but see, now the question is, where's your 4th go? Because usually you take your 3rd here, and then it's easier to establish a 4th in this top right. Yeah, there's DTs checking for that base. Just doesn't exist. Or rather, 1 DT checking for that. Corsairs own the skies. It's a big... Okay, do you have enough High Templar to deal with this since 2 of them got sniped by the Hydras? The answer seems to be, I don't know, the Hydras are running away. Ah, killing the Overlord, so DT attacks are more effective. Because there are no spores here at all. So just trying to kill as many drones as you can. 32 now on that drone count. I know some of the drones have turned into buildings, but jeez. 32, it was 35 like 4 minutes ago. We're lower than that now. Mini is just harassing Beast to death. It's kind of what you have to do against a good Zerg player, is slow him down economically, right? Making 2 drones at a time, making more DTs. There's an Overlord at the front here. Mass Hydra is here to save the day. So this is about a 2019-2020 replay that RJB sent over. Which means it's more recent, which means this whole Hydralisk meta, where Zergs are like, all we need are Hydras, man. It's kind of working against top Protoss. Yeah, I mean, these Zealots are fleeing. Looks like trying to handle this Dark Templar. He's got 2 kills to him. Oh, we're escorting a drop over here. Escorting a storm drop with some DTs. That 1 Overlord is all the detection there is. So you storm, you kill the Overlord. The DTs are undetectable. Sick. Sick plays here for Mini. Are we surprised by the sick plays for Mini? No, we are not surprised by the sick plays for Mini at all. But another Overlord comes in. So the DT gets wiped out. But what? Okay, 46 drones. Like, drones are being made in between all these times. But 3rd base is coming up for Mini. It's a bit of a naked expand here at the 9 o'clock. Where is the 4th base from Beast? Beast! Well, this 3rd base might just be toast, so maybe it doesn't matter if Beast has a 4th base or not, because, I mean, honestly, focusing down... I don't know. It's a lot of Zealots responding to this. Maybe focusing down the Nexus is not guaranteed damage. Especially when the Storm comes in. Alright, Storm, a couple good hits. Storming these eggs is a huge priority. And no Lurkers come out at all. More Hydras cruising in, though. This is a lot. This is a lot of Hydralisks coming in. Storms are available, but High Templar are also getting sniped, taking Storms to the face. God, so many dead Hydralisks and DTs holding the top of the ramp here, too. There come the Overlords. DT gets sniped down. Yeah, he does. Killing that High Templar seems like a viable strategy, too, but man, Mini held on to that. I was worried. That was a lot of Hydralisks coming in, but it turns out Storm's a good unit. Charge lots are good, too. Speed lots... Archon, not too shabby in that situation either. And then more army coming up to establish a 3rd. So, no 4th base? You there. Build a 4th base. Not doing it. try another drop? Thought about it. But the number of hiders that are here seems to indicate it's not going to go super well. The number of hiders here indicates it's going better for Beast. He lost a lot of hiders based on those Hydralisk corpses on the ground here. Corpses on the ground here. We're trying to fight on two fronts at once. Lurkers are doing damage, but no, detection says absolutely not. And 46 drones. How many was that you said you had again? 46? Man, the reaction time here is just nothing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, jeez, that got kind of lucky. 41. 5 drones go down in that storm drop. High Templar manages to get on out of here. It's 124 to 105 supply for Mini. 3 base to 3 base. 4th base is finally getting started for the Zerg. Scourge just can't touch these Corsairs. It gets to the point that the Corsair count is so heavy that Scourge just cannot approach them. And look at these Lurkers getting obliterated. Beast, you can do it. I believe in you, Beast. I really would feel better if you had a 4th base already, but the fact that there's one coming up is nice. The Lurkers all keep dying, so I mean, these Zealots are just able to jump on top of these Hydralisks real hard. +2 attack for the Hydras, +2 attack for these Gateway units for the Protoss 2. Enough Scourge came in to wipe that whole thing out. Remember when I was like, the Corsair count somehow gets high enough to be unstoppable? Nope. That was actually really big for Beast. To completely destroying that Corsair group. And that dropship was nice, but God, minis, just the map awareness. Just the game sense to be like, all right, oh, he's probably trying to take a 4th base at this point. Let's go wreck it. And they do, of course. Oh, we're back in... Oh, now that the Corsairs are dead, Mutalisks are back on the menu. Oh, that's why there's Dragoons. Because he knows his answer to Mutas is gone. Time to make some Dragoons that trade pretty well here, too. Can't save that 4th. This is an interesting game. The 4th base dies. New 4th base coming up at the natural expansion at the top right. This is a really gutsy expand here from Mini to take his 4th base at the 12 o'clock spot. Because, again, naked. Naked. Naked as a jaybird. It's gutsy. I'll give you that. The Mutas are kind of trying to get these High Templar, but they're being really well protected by Archons. And I say that, and the Mutas come darting through and absolutely snipe a couple of them. But losing a lot of Mutalisks in the process, that you really want to invest in those. Kadaran Amulet on the way next. Army is in a position to protect this 12 o'clock 4th base now. Mini is just clinical with this stuff, man. Golly. I think he made 10 Mutas, and there are 2 left over, and they're extremely injured. So, 4th base is faster for Mini. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So it's dead. What's Beast's response seems to be, let's do kind of a base trade here. Maybe even a base race if we're feeling spicy. Are we feeling spicy? I don't know. He didn't even kill it though. What? Okay, hang on. We do actually want to kill this, so hold on. The whole army is going to go this way. This is a bit of a mistake, I feel like, for Mini. Sending the whole base up, or whole army to kill this one base. And getting up this ramp where there are 0 High Templar seems pretty viable. Alright, so this is where Beast is making his stand. He's going to try to come from all sides, but there are like 8 High Templar in the mix here. Dodge storms. Dodge them as well as you can. Kind of losing this right side a little bit. The Zealots are a problem. Archon dead. How many storms left for the High Templar? All of the storms, you say? Is it all of the storms remaining? Yeah? Alright. Sweet. But... get the hot... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Just a... all of the storms. He needed to use every one of his available storms on that. He's taking a top left base very casually now. That High Templar dies. He's got a lot of Hydralisk blood on his hands. But Beast can't get a 4th. He's trying to take the 6 o'clock now, but it's a desperation play. He's down under 100 supply right now, which is extraordinarily bad. An Archon dies. Minor victory from Beast. Not going to complain too much about that one. But now there's more Zealots. They got +3 attack and +1 armor. The Hydras are 2-1, I guess. High Templar gets sniped, but like, how many Hydras died to make that happen? This base doesn't have any High Templar either. Dude, Mini is getting away with just not having adequate defense at his expansions, and it hasn't been tested yet. I mean, Beast is just microing to within an inch of his life here. He's got a High Templar killed. He is honestly macroing super hard. He keeps popping up with new Hydra armies all the time. And High Templar keep dying, though. I mean, there's not a lot left here for Beast, but Mini's only at 105 supply. It's not like he's maxed out or anything. The problem is, this is a big deal. This top left base is very important. And now, maybe he's going to try to test this 12 o'clock that doesn't have any High Templar at it, and is therefore inadequately defended. Inadequately defended. That's the word. Inadequately. That is the vocabulary word of the day. Inadequately. Ooh. I like it. Blocking off doesn't work super long. Get the High Templar. Snipe. It doesn't have enough energy to kill you right now. Snipe it. Sniping observers is cool. That egg does go down. This egg goes down. These eggs are gonna die. Alright, well. 65 to 54 workers. A couple Hydras wander up to the party for, I guess, to kill. Okay, more Hydras are coming. Dude, if Beast wins this thing with absolutely insane Hydra production, I'm gonna be flabbergasted because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this, folks. The storms are amazing for Mini. The Hydra production is crazy. 10 at a time for Beast. 6 o'clock base running. This is even less protected than Mini's bases I've been saying are inadequately protected. There's nothing here. There's not even a single sunken. There's not a spore. Maybe put some of these drones to work, though? I feel like that'd be nice. Yeah. So, Beast has really tried this whole mass Hydra lurker thing. You know, against the Protoss, they can get up to, you know, High Templar, Reavers, Archons, Tier 3 stuff like that, you know? Mini taking another base. That is officially his 6th. Top right base established for Beast, though, and these drones are not going to work. Beast, you are mineral starved. Put these guys on the mineral lines. He's too busy. He's too busy microing his heart out. Up here to the north, the fighting spirit. Storm, storm, storm. Archon's in the front. Zealots in the front, too. Storm, storm, storm. 95 to 145 supply. Beast just cannot get over 100 supply for any length of time here, and Mini is just continuing to push, continuing to make more probes, continuing to enjoy the benefits of the economy that he has, and that's a GG. Yeah, a 6-basing Protoss versus a 5-basing, recently 5-basing Zerg at 20 minutes is just not going to work. It's just not going to work. And to kind of belabor the point here, the fact that he didn't take this base, so his 4th base was extremely hard to deal with. Like, he just couldn't get a 4th for some time. He tried this for his 4th, didn't work. He tried this for his 4th, didn't work. Finally got a 4th down, but it was super late. And against somebody like Mini, you just can't have that be the case. You can't have a super late 4th base against him, especially if you kill none of his bases, right? If you kill the 3rd, that's a different game. If you can actually take this down while it's coming up, yes, 100% can do. If you can kill this, maybe it's a different game. But this top left base is just virtually unopposed. This is unopposed. Dark Swarm, Plague. Yeah, we've seen this win. You know, we've seen ASL games in the last year or two where just mass Hydra with beautiful splits, and dodging against storms can be really hard for a Protoss player to deal with. But if you don't have Plague, if you don't have Dark Swarm, suddenly these Protoss armies are a lot tougher. A lot more difficult to deal with. Plaguing Zealots is a huge way to make it easier for your Hydras to deal with them. And I mean, Mini did everything right. He just did. He dealt with early attacks extremely well. This third base, extremely important moment, able to hold on to it. Same thing with the 12 o'clock. Storms where they needed to be. Didn't seem like any of the storms were whiffs necessarily. And Boss, just Mini is so good at this game. 23 minutes, 210,000 points for Mini, 173 for Beast. Ended up outproducing, yes, this is about right, 400 to 200 here for the Zerg, but a 3-to-1 kill death ratio, a little bit less than that, more than enough here today. And then resources are just too even. Protoss units are more cost efficient. One High Templar does cost a bunch of gas, but can take down 6, 7, 8 Hydras, which is a ton of gas, and minerals to boot. So, yeah, if this is what your resources looks like at the end of a 20-minute game, you can be pretty well assured that the Zerg player lost this. You got outspent. You got outspent by the Protoss. That is just GG every time. So, speaking of GG, that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.